This is the homework that you had yesterday, and let me just move this over here. This is the homework that you had yesterday, and I'm not going to go through all of them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this one here, this one here, and this one here. And if you want me to check these answers, or if you want me to go through these, just let me know. Send me a message, okay? I'll attach to this email, to the email I sent you, I'll attach the answers to all of these questions so you can check your answers. But if you're not sure why you got either this, this, or this wrong, just send me a message. Okay, if I did them all, the video would be way too long. So x plus 4 multiplied by x plus 3. Now remember, when we are doing calculations like this, when we're multiplying brackets like this, the x here has to be multiplied by this x, and it also has to be multiplied by this. And when we are multiplying this number, 4, it needs to be multiplied by this x, and this needs to be multiplied by this. And that happens in all of these questions here, okay? All of these questions. So, first of all, x multiplied by x by x is x squared, and then x multiplied by 3 is 3x, and it's plus because that's a plus and the x is a plus. Now 4 multiplied by x is plus 4x, and then 4 multiplied by 3, it's a plus by plus, so the answer will be a plus. 4 by 3 is 12. Now, we've got most of the marks, but what we need to do is we need to simplify it further. X squared is by itself, so it stays the same. Now, plus 3x plus 4x, well, that would add together to be plus 7x plus 12. And that's our answer to that one. Now, number 2. 2x plus 3 multiplied by x plus 1. Now remember, this term needs to be multiplied by both terms, and so does this one. So it's 2x multiplied by x. That would give us 2x squared, and 2x multiplied by 1. If you multiply anything by 1, it stays the same. So 2x multiplied by 1 is plus 2x. 3 multiplied by x is plus 3x, and 3 by 1, well, 3 ones are 3, so 3 multiplied by 1 is 3. And we simplify this further. 2x squared, there's no other x squareds, so we can leave it as it is. Plus 2x plus 3x, well, they add together to be plus 5x, and then plus 3. So that's the answer to that. Now I'm going to skip forward to number 5, and we have 3x minus 1 multiplied by 2x plus 5. So 3x multiplied by 2x, so 2 3s are 6, and x by x is x squared, so it's 6x squared. And then 3x multiplied by 5. 5 by 3 is 15, so it's 15x. Now here is a tricky bit. Minus 1 multiplied by 2x. That's a minus multiplied by a positive number, so we're going to end up with a minus. So that's minus 1 multiplied by 2x, that's minus 2x. And then minus 1 multiplied by 5, again minus multiplied by a positive, so it's going to be a minus number. And 1 by 5 is 5, so it's minus 5. Let's simplify it. 6x squared, there's no other x squared. Now 15x minus 2x is 13x. And then minus 5, there's no other constants, so it stays as it is. And that's our answers to that. Just check that and see if you did it right. And I'm going to move on to the next sum. So this one here, very similar, but just presented differently. I'll do number 1 and I'll do number 3. So number 1, 3x minus 5 plus 4 multiplied by 4 these two numbers here do not need to be multiplied by this. Only the number or the number and the letter beside the brackets need to be multiplied. So these just stay as they are, 3x minus 5. Now, plus 4 multiplied by 4x, that would be 16x. So it would be plus 16x. 4 by 4 is 16. And the x comes down with it. Now, plus 4 multiplied by minus 3. That's a plus multiplied by a minus, so it's going to be a minus. So 4 by 3 is 12. That's minus 12. Can we simplify this? Yes, we can. 3x adds to plus 16. So that would be 19x. And minus 5 minus 12, that would be minus 17. And that's our answer. And then over here, 1, 2, 3. We have 3 multiplied by 2x minus 4 minus 5x minus 2. Now the tricky thing here that we have to be careful of is this minus here, because there is no number written here, but where there's no number we can consider there to be a 1. Okay? Now let's do this sum. So 3 multiplied by 2x is 6x. 3 multiplied by minus 4 is minus 12. Now, minus 1 multiplied by 5x is minus 5x. Minus 1 multiplied by minus 2, minus by a minus is a plus, so that would be plus 2. So it would be 6x minus 5x, which is 1x, or just x, and minus 12 plus 2, which would be minus 10. Now, x by itself is the same as saying 1x, okay? So x by itself is the same as saying 1x, but you don't have to write it. And that's the answer to that question. Let me just make sure, yeah. Okay, so if you have a problem with 2 or 3 or 2 or 4, just let me know. I'll do it, take a picture and send it to you. All right. Next is these ones here. Now here what they're trying to do is they're trying to fool you and see if you know what this little squared is, okay? So I'm going to choose to do number 2 here. So number 2. X minus 3 squared. Well, squared means multiplied by itself. So I could write this like this. X minus 3 multiplied by x minus 3. This is the same as this. Now we just multiply it out like we were doing before. X by x is x squared. X by minus 3 is minus 3x. Minus 3 multiplied by x is another minus 3x. And minus 3 multiplied by minus 3. 3 by 3 is 9, and a minus by a minus is a plus, so it's plus 9. So it would be x squared. Now minus 3x would be minus 6x, and then plus 9. And that's the answer. And you're doing the same with the other ones. They're all squared. All right, now your homework for today is to do these questions, okay? I'm going to go through them with you just to give you a bit of a heads up. If you don't want to look at this and you feel like you can go on ahead and do it, go ahead. Download the PDF or view the PDF and do it yourself. But I'm just going to show you quickly what you're being asked here if you're not sure. So in this question, they're asking you to fill in what should be in the box, okay? Now, this here is a sum that when multiplied out gives you this as an answer. So they want you to guess, or well, not guess, but to figure out what number and possibly letter goes into this box to give you this answer. And it's the same here. Now, 2 things I tell you to be aware of. Be aware of the letters. When they're multiplying, do you need to have a letter as the answer? Like this one here, this one here, it's a 3 multiplied by something, which gives you 6x. And then the other thing to be wary of is to be wary of signs. So this one here, number 3, here we have a -3. So do we need to change the sign? We might, or we might not. Think about, do I need to multiply it by a minus number or by a positive? And they're the two things to worry about. So just try and figure out what goes in the boxes. Okay, and the next one is a multiple choice answer. Which of these expressions gives the area of the rectangle? So you just have to choose, is it this, this, or this? And what I'll say is just remember that area is length multiplied by width. Okay, you should remember that. So when you multiply it out, one of these answers will be an expression that represents the area. I'll close that. Okay, next. Here they're giving you the area. Here they're giving you the area, and they're telling you what one of the sides is. And they want you to figure out what the other side would be. Now remember, length by width gives you area. So here we know the width, here we know the length. So we should be able to figure out what the missing component is if we know the area. Now it's not, don't make it overly complicated. It's very similar to the other questions that we're doing for homework today. And finally, here they want you to figure out what the area is and what the perimeter is of this rectangle. Now just remember, area is length by width, and then the perimeter is length plus width plus length plus width. You should remember that from school. Okay, have a go at those and have a great weekend. Bye.